But I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just gonna be like for real
What's
right
going on,
now. Like,
everyone? Welcome back.
no, yeah, start it.
For real?
Yeah. Pues ya que. I
Man,
mean,
don't put me
obviously,
on
there's
the
gonna.
spot.
I was gonna tell you actually, hey, I'll start it because I'm like wired, but now you start it.
No. Go ahead.
And now I'm gonna crush real hard.
Ladies,
We
ladies,
no,
ladies
we
first.
already no, we already started. So hi, John. How are you?
Is that how you're going to start this off?
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome back to the Real Talk podcast, everybody. John and Audrey here, episode 27. It's close to 4 a.m. in the morning, and Audrey woke me up and said, "Hey, I can't go back to sleep, so let's do a podcast." And I was all right. Screw it. I'm not doing anything.
That sounds horrible, but it's true.
Well, it's not really 4. It's really 1. I mean, and to be honest, like I said, like I told you, I was probably gonna watch something and then like eventually fall asleep. But
It's
yeah,
almost 3 in
Audrey,
the morning
let,
here.
let's let's continue. Oh yeah, it is, huh?
Yeah.
Holy shit, you're insane.
What?
Audrey's insane, ladies and gentlemen.
I just got off of work, and you know how when you get off of work, you have all this energy? Like, don't you remember, like, when we would work those late night shifts, like, we would be all, like, amped?
Fuck no, I was ready to crash. Well,
For
sometimes
me,
I would go home and just be like, okay, like what now? Like, damn, I need to be up at 7 again, or something.
well, it's weird because for me, like, when I was at work, I was like, oh. But then, like, as soon as I got out, like, a burst of energy was just like, whew. And then I remembered, I was like, oh, crap, we have the podcast. And there's
Yeah.
no way that I'm going to wake up at 10. Like, there's just no way. I'd rather just, like, do it now.
Yeah, damn. So basically, you're just saying you're gonna cancel on me.
No, I was gonna
Damn.
do
Story
it.
of my life, ladies and gentlemen.
I was still gonna do it. I would have just been like so like you know.
No, yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I mean, yeah.
And I figured that you'd still be awake.
Oh, because you saw my post.
No, because I know you go to sleep like at 3.
No, the hell. I go to sleep around or like around this time. But if I work, I'll probably knock out around like 10 or 11 or whatever.
What?
It's weird with me. You know I'm weird. Like it's.
What are you talking
I need
about?
to see a doctor.
Sometimes we're messaging like at 3 in the morning.
Look, Audrey, that's just sometimes, not all the time.
But how is it that like when I message you, every time I message you like at 2, you answer? You never like
Maybe
don't
like
answer.
I have that just for you. Every time you text me, like I get a little shock or something. I wake up and like, oh, I gotta text Audrey back. I gotta be the
Shut
real homie.
up. Shut up. No, and you know what? Sometimes it's funny because I'll be like already asleep and then I'll get a message from you that says A or sup. And then I'm like,
I
what does he
know.
want? I'm just
Damn, like that.
no, not like that. Like, just like, like that's strange. Because usually, like I told you the last time, I get all my ideas at night. So that's why I always text you like at 3 in the morning because that's when my brain is like, I'm like, oh, we should do this.
Yeah, I think that's what it has been lately. Like I was like, hey, like, what's your schedule like and all this stuff? Like, what do you think we should do? And then, so February seems like it's gonna be a stacked month.
Hell yeah. I'm
And
excited.
like, I was like, oh, fuck, like, what are we gonna do for February? Like, there's not a lot. Like, we already did the Lego movie, and like, what else could we do? But actually, it seems like it's gonna be pretty stacked. I mean, it already started off with a bang. What did I do? Oh, I did Velvet Buzzsaw. Have you heard of that? Have you seen anything for that?
No, I saw that it was a Netflix original.
With our favorite Jake Gyllenhaal.
How was it? I didn't see your review. I'm just gonna say that.
Wow.
No, it's just because
It was gnarly. It was bizarre. It had its unique take. It definitely had its own style. But I generally liked it. I really like the horror aspect of it. Like it's different, something we haven't really seen before. At least I haven't seen. Kind of reminded me of like Final Destination. But yeah, I mean, I would tell you to watch it, specifically you, because knowing your taste, I think you'll like it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I ain't trying to waste my time. Like I'm gonna probably break a lot of hearts or maybe like break a lot of expectations right now, but I rewatched The Neon Demon because I don't know if I mentioned to you this before. I wasn't a fan of it the first time around. But then I was like, maybe I was too quick to judge it, or maybe I wasn't in the right mindset because all of these things come into play when it comes to movies for me. So I was like, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna watch it because it's on Amazon Prime. So I watched it, and nope, I still didn't like it.
Damn.
Did you like that movie?
I haven't seen it.
What?
The Neon Demon, I haven't seen it.
I thought you had. Dude, it's on Amazon Prime. I mean, I kind of want you to
How
watch
are you
it
gonna
just so.
recommend it to me? Say, yeah, I watched it twice and I
No,
haven't.
but that's why I want you to watch it because I want to see if you agree with me or if you actually end up liking it because a lot of people loved it.
No,
You
either
know?
way, I want to see it because of the director, and I
Yeah.
really like this stuff before, so it's been on my watch list.
And it's gonna stay there.
Well, unless you tell me to watch it, then I'll probably move some stuff. Like I still have
I've been
next
telling you
one.
to watch it.
Not even you've been telling me to watch Blue. Blue is the warmest color.
I've been telling you to watch Blue is the Warmest Color, Francis Ha, and 20th century. Ugh, I can't talk. 20th Century Women.
Francis Ha? You told me to watch that? I thought you
I
said you needed to watch it.
No, I just told you this last night. I was like, hey, you need to watch Francis Ha. That just shows how much you
Oh,
pay attention to me.
speaking of that, I'm just gonna blow you off. Burning. I'm gonna watch that. Probably Monday. I
They're
have to.
showing it?
No, it's on iTunes, so I'm gonna rent it.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Hell yeah.
excited. I got so hyped. I was like, "What?"
Oh, but you see, now I'm scared because I feel like I hyped it up too much.
Well, I'm not expecting, like a freaking masterpiece or anything. I'm just saying, hey, Audrey said it was good. Like.
Honestly, I feel like it's gonna be one of those movies that's gonna stick with you for a minute.
Why? Because of the subject matter? How
Yeah,
dare you?
the no, just because of the way the movie is directed. But also it reminded me the last movie that left me with an impression like that was Nocturnal Animals.
Oh shit! And I just picked that up on Blu-ray.
Dude, I want that movie. Oh my God. I love that movie. And that was a clear example of how if I'm not at the right mindset, I won't enjoy the movie. Because I remember when I watched it in the theater, at the end, I was like, what the fuck was that? But then when I went home, I was like, damn, that was actually a really good movie. What the fuck?
Yeah,
But at the time, I
I'll
was
send
just
it to you.
like, stop playing with my emotions like that, homie. That's fucked up. Especially
But
right now that I can't afford to buy movies. I'm all poor.
well, maybe soon you started working a regular job now
A regular job.
or
Yeah,
normal.
that I just clearly told you pays horribly.
Well, I mean, you've already started, so it might balance out and stuff like that. But so far overall, how are you liking it?
At where I work.
Yeah.
Well, for clarification, I work at the Alamo. For those of them who don't know, obviously all of them, all of our viewers. Yeah, I just started working at the Alamo, which is pretty cool and exciting. So far, I like it. It seems a little bit daunting because it's like any job, you go into it and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, how am I going to remember all of this like crap? But no, I think I'm getting the hang of it because I do have obviously food experience and all that, so it comes into play. It's just a little bit more challenging because it's in the dark, so you have to rely on like hand signals and like whispering, and then your back is like killing you because you crouch down. Like, I mean, you've been right, so you remember how they kind of have to like
Yeah.
bend
Yeah,
down.
they won't ruin your viewing experience or whatever.
Yeah, and I asked all the people there, I'm like, how do you not fall on your face? Because like when you drop off the checks, you go like in a snake. So you drop off all the checks, but you kind of like you pick up speed because you're crouching. So you kind of just like go. And like I feel like one of these days I'm gonna just be like so caught up that I'm gonna like fall forward. Cause yeah, that's what it feels like because I'm like crouching. But it's, I don't know. Everyone tells me
That's
that
gonna
like
be
I'll get the
fucking
hang of it.
hilarious, and I would want to be there. I'm sorry, Audrey.
That my trainer said that he fell not too long ago, and I'm like, dang. He said that he fell over 2 rows. I was like, how the fuck?
2 rolls,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like he fell. I'm like, dang. I don't know. It's just it's challenging, and it's also it sucks because the table is so small. So you go and you have to put drinks, and there's people that order like 4 shots. So like that already
Yeah,
takes up space, and then they
that'd
order
be
fucking
mean.
popcorn. Yeah. And then they order fucking popcorn, and you're just like, come on, dude. Like, what the fuck? But overall, it seems chill. I'm excited for the free movies. That's like the best part. And someone asked me, one of the people that works there, they asked me today, they were like, so why would you want to work here? This job sucks, blah, blah, blah. They were like one of those people that just hate their job.
Oh my gosh.
I hate those people. I hate those people. Can I just clarify that now? Because in my head, and I told him too, I was like, look, I was like, if you hate it so much, then why are you still here? And then he just stay quiet. Because it's
Yeah,
true.
like
Like obviously you're still here for a reason. You know what I mean? But yeah, and so when he asked me that, I told him, I was like, honestly, I was like, I mean, obviously from besides needing a job, I was like, I just love movies. And he was like, he's like, you're not gonna make it here. He's like, you're not gonna enjoy movies. He's like, if you think that you're just gonna be like chilling watching movies all day, like that's not how it's gonna be. And I'm like, I didn't mean it like that. I was
yeah,
just
like that's
saying,
not what
like,
I signed up for, man.
like obviously I know that I'm not gonna just be like, oh yeah, like I'm getting to watch this movie. But I'm saying it as a perk. Like when I worked for Disneyland, I was like, hey, one of the perks is that I'm gonna get to get in for free. So it was dope. But but yeah, overall it seems like a cool job. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, obviously, look at the time that I'll be getting off. It'll be kind of gnarly, but whatever. We'll see.
So
I'm
this
trying
means
to
we're
prove it.
moving the Real Talk podcast to midnight podcasts.
Hey, that'd be
Yay for
cool.
me!
Whatever. You prefer it in the morning because you're a morning person.
I mean, I don't mind this because, like, down in the morning, like you said, I'm a morning person. So I could get up and enjoy my morning with a coffee and just read or write or something.
Read or write, really,
I don't
John?
even do any of those.
I was like, really,
I'm trying to
John?
sound sophisticated here, Audrey. Don't ruin it for me.
I just picture John like by your window because you have a big ass window in your room, like with Oreo, like right there, and your coffee, and you're just like writing all your thoughts
Yeah.
with like a little like sweater, all super
Comfy and stuff.
classy. Yeah, that's what I pictured.
With one of those hats.
Yeah, but no, honestly, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm trying to prove it to myself that I'm not too old to work a job like this because honestly, everyone that works there is like 18 years old, and I'm just like, damn. I remember when I was that age.
Here's the thing, though, Audrey. Before we get into that, because it sounds like a pretty cool topic, you have to you have to leave a lot of those stickers. Like when people are coming out, just point those fuckers out. Here, watch more movies, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, that's so dope. I should. Like, I should put
You
it
just
like
like,
as
oh,
a.
okay, cool. Just drop them off right there where people get their tickets and stuff.
You know what? I'm gonna write it on their check because the guy he told me that I could write whatever I wanted on the check. So I'm gonna put watch more movies and then in tiny little letters at the real time.
Damn, I just slide in the sticker there. Here, take one.
Dude, you're a fucking genius. Oh my god. I'm just kidding. I'd probably get fired. I don't think you could do that.
Just don't get caught.
They're gonna be like, hey, I didn't get a sticker. And then they'll be like, what? We don't have stickers.
Well, that girl was giving out stickers.
They probably would tip me hella good too. They'd probably give me like $10. 10 to 15
Hey,
bucks.
see, there it goes. You get more money, more business, and we get more business too.
It's a win-win situation. But yeah, so anyways, going back to the whole age thing, yeah, I feel pretty old working there. It's kind of lame. But it is what it is, you know?
I mean, I think like when it's reversed, when you're young and you're working with older people, like I don't know,
I
I feel
thought they
the
were.
same way.
What do you mean?
I feel the same way because like now, like if I work with young people, I'm like, oh, like whatever, like these kids, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't know nothing. Like I'm here, do my thing. I'm gonna, fucking, leave after this. But then like when I remember being young and like working with a lot of older people, I'm the young one, like screw these older
Yeah.
people.
But you know what? That's the funny thing is that I've always gravitated towards the older people. So everywhere I've worked, I
Me too,
always
actually.
like seek out the older people. Like I get along with them so much better. Like if you find me like I always get along with the cooks because they're usually older. The dishwasher is usually older. So I always like reach out to them. I need to find like the Mexican little lady that's working in the back. She'll be like my mom. Yeah, because honestly, that's happened to me in every job. I always seek out the older crowd, like always. They just make. I think I get along with them a lot better. Because today I walked into the little like room where we count the cash, and they have like computers where you can like search up YouTube, and they were like listening to Cardi B, and like they were like, "Oh my god, this is so good," and I was just
Oh
like,
my god.
I
Audrey's
was
like,
just
shit.
like, honestly, like my face, like one of the girls was like Snapchatting it, and you just see me in the background. I'm just like I wish they could zoom into my face, like dun dun dun, like that's what I look like. Like I was just like not having it. I was like, oh my god, but it's because, like I said, they're like 19 years old. For them, like that's like everything. I'm trying to think of who was that for me back in the day, like who I was obsessed with. I was really trying to think throughout the shift. I was like, who was I obsessed with when I was like 18 years old, like band wise? I think I was probably obsessed with like the Beatles at that point or something. Something super old. It's pretty crazy.
Because like we've said and we established, Audrey's you're an old soul.
Yes. Yes, for sure. Yeah. So at that age, I was like that weird kid rocking like fucking Bob Dylan and shit. Like, yeah, I was that kid for sure. So now I feel like it's kind of hard for me to relate to these young kids because they'll be busting out these like SoundCloud rappers, and I'm just like, I don't know who the fuck that is. Like,
I,
you
I
know,
hate that SoundCloud rappers like the fuck. Like I understand you gotta do your thing, dude, and like try to make money and stuff, but it's
we're
like
gonna lose a lot of
put out your fucking
subscribers.
mixtape.
We're gonna lose a lot of subscribers. But you know what?
Hey,
Actually, no. You know what? Though probably not, because didn't we try and look at our median age, and it turned out that we have our viewers are our age. They're like generally 25 to 26.
yeah, or a little bit
So
older. Because like what you said, like you always like gravitated towards older people. Like I was in the same boat because I remember in this one job, um, yeah, there was like I was the youngest one there, and then there was this guy that would act literally like he was in middle school or something. He was 30, and I was like, I think I was like 24 at the time, but I got
yeah.
along with the freaking ex fucking army guy. He's like 30 something. He's like,
Hmm.
yeah, dude, like we would always make fun of him, like the 30-year-old, because he was just like a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, here just chilling, like, dude, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was cool, but I think that's why maybe that comes through in our channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, does it kind of like make you feel like bad that we don't attract a younger audience? Like, do you take it personal? Like, damn,
Not
we're not
really, because
fresh.
I mean, like, I mean, I wouldn't mind, anybody who likes our content come, like, come on, come all, but like, it's not like we're doing specific videos like for them.
No, no, I get it. For me, like I honestly get really happy when I see young kids that are actually interested in film. Like that makes me super happy. But they're hard to find, especially
Yeah.
nowadays. Like I don't think I've met a young kid that I'm like, wow, this kid knows his shit. You know what I mean? Because I was thinking about that yesterday that you told me that you watched 12 Angry Men. I was like trying to think. I was like, how old was I when I watched that film? I was probably like 12 years old when I watched that movie. And I remember watching it, and at that age, I grasped. I was like, this is an amazing classic movie, which is hard to believe because at 12, what the fuck? Like, what are you thinking about at
Like,
12?
still be playing with Barbies and shit.
Hell no, fuck Barbie. I'm just kidding. Um, but yeah, so I'm honestly like super grateful that I had like, because I remember that movie, my cousin showed it to me. I was babysitting for his kid. He was an older cousin, and he was like, hey, watch this movie, it'll change your life. And I was like, all right, fuck it. And I put it on, and I really enjoyed it. So honestly, I'm really grateful that I had people in my life that were able to turn me on to like good movies at such a young age. So if I can do that for someone else, like I'm all for it. you know
No, I totally agree with you. A little
I was
moment.
like, I was like, did I say something that upset him?
No, I needed to like burp or whatever. But I was thinking about it still. But I think like nowadays, like the younger kids, they gravitate more towards, um, I guess more pop culture stuff, like
Yeah.
superhero movies and like Stranger Things and stuff. I mean, we like those stuff too, but it's like, we like other stuff.
Hmm.
So I mean, there's channels built on that, and I feel like those are the ones that have more subscribers and stuff like that. But I mean,
Yeah.
if that's your thing, then do your thing. But I mean, like that's not our thing. Like I'm happy doing what we're doing.
And that's all
I
that
think that's
matters.
key. Yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, like I feel like but then, like you said, you have stuff that's super retro, like Stranger Things. And then you have these kids that are like mind blown because they're like, oh, that's cool. And they don't fucking realize that that shit came out in the fucking 80s. You know what I mean? So then they go back and they're like, oh, yeah, like I like this stuff. And then that's how it kind of, like that's how you kind of get the
Yeah.
wheels turning. Because that's what I would do. Like I would watch movies that would show clips of other movies that were super old. And I'm just like, what is that? And then I would research it and then I'd be like, oh, okay. And then I'd watch it and then I'd be a fan. So I guess that's a good way for it to trickle down to generations. But I mean, hopefully we'll have a new age of cinephiles.
We're creating the next wave, Audrey. We're
I
fighting the good
know.
fight.
If I ever have a kid, that kid better be like, oh my God, what if you had a kid and it didn't like movies? What would you do, John? Like, would you be
It?
like,
What do you mean it didn't like movies? Like you
well,
mean he or she or
well,
whatever it wants to
no.
identify as.
Exactly. That's why I said it, because there's some people that identify as they don't want to be identified as he or she, so it's it or them.
Oh, I saw one of those things. It's like, oh, I'm not a he or a she, so where do I pee? And the response was like outside.
Oh man,
I was like, oh, it was
damn,
funny though. But damn, what were we saying?
damn! I
Oh,
think
the,
John
the
is
kid that didn't
asleep.
that didn't like movies. I mean that's why I don't know, like, because I mean, me, as I don't know if people know this about me, but I mean, I'm like whatever about having kids. um,
Okay,
but that's like one of the reasons, like probably the top reason why I would want to have a kid, to show them all, the Star Wars movies and all these other movies, like
but what
so
if they
like
were just like,
if
fuck it?
I don't know. That'd be kind of whack, to be honest. I'd put it up for adoption. Screw it.
You tell your own
Here, I
kid,
don't want you.
you're fucking whack. You know that? I fucking hate you.
So it's like, tell them exactly like that. You're a whack.
I think it. I don't honestly. I feel like it would break my heart if I had a kid that was super close-minded because I'm not close-minded at all. So if I had a kid that was super like close-minded, I'd be like, whose kid are you? Like you're definitely not my kid.
Yeah.
That's honestly my biggest thing. But I mean, who knows? We have to wait and see if it's in the future.
But anyways, Audrey, speaking of 12 Angry Men, I watched it for the first time. And
Yes.
honestly, it's like I told you, I don't know what I told you, but yeah, it's one of my favorite movies now. It's up there. Not, I don't know. I gotta watch it again to see it, to like
Sink
definitively say
in.
like, oh, it's in my top 10 or something. But I really enjoyed it
It's a
a
great film,
lot.
right?
Yeah. Like from the
Yeah.
beginning, I was just hooked all the way to the end. I don't know. That movie was really short. It was over really quick.
Or it just felt like it. How long is the running time?
I don't know. I forgot it. I think it's like an hour and something, like 43 minutes or something.
Oh yeah.
But I wanted more, but at the same time, like, I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't seen it. But like the way it ended, I was like, you know what? This is a perfect ending, honestly, because it wasn't the point of the story. It wasn't the point of to like have a definitive end to what they were talking about.
Hmm.
So
It's
it was just
definitely a
awesome.
classic. It's
Yeah.
it's definitely it's definitely a classic because I think it shows. I think it. I don't know how to say it. I think it shows that you don't need a lot to make a great film. Like it's literally like I've told you on and over again, like literally like there's not much going on. It's just dialogue, like strict dialogue and acting. And that's just like, that's what blows my mind. And I think that's what makes that film so great. And I think it's set like so much for other movies that have tried to do something similar. And there are movies that are equally, I think, you know, good that kind of are in the same vessel. But I think that movie was sort of like the pioneer for that style.
No, yeah, definitely. Like I can see like what other filmmakers like got from it and try to make their own movie and stuff like that. But you're right, it's literally just what the title of the movie says, 12 Angry Men, and about perspective, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm trying to think, they had the courtroom and then the jury room and like a bathroom, if you that's pretty much it. And at the end, like when they're walking out of the court, but I mean, other than that, it's just literally the majority of the film happens in that jury room.
Exactly. Can you imagine being the fucking like writer for that movie? Like trying to make it interesting, like keep people's attention for a full length feature, and you're just like, damn, like I don't have anything to work with. Because I feel like nowadays people rely too much on special effects and like, oh, like if the shot's pretty and the music and all that, So imagine back in the day just being like, I'm gonna keep this shit interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With strict dialogue. I think that's crazy, and that just shows talent.
I'm gonna make a movie based on just 12 guys in one room. Like, let me see what I can do with that.
Going back and forth, literally. Yeah.
Or even so, that reminds me of something like Saw, because Saw is like literally two guys stuck somewhere. There is some stuff here and there, like in the outside world and the cops and everything, but it's generally just that two guys in that little room, cellar thing, whatever, trying to figure out what's going on and how they got there and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure James Wan was inspired by 12 Angry Men.
I'm sure he was.
A horror movie with just these two guys in one room. Like, let me see what I can do with that.
Yeah. I think it definitely kind of is like with the less is more thing sometimes. Like I feel like if you have a really solid script, you can nail anything, and real solid acting too, because the performances were amazing. Like you're just like, damn, like they acted the shit out of that movie.
I don't know what the gentleman's name is, but the last one to damn, I kind of don't want to give it away.
Why?
But the last one, I don't know if you catch my drift. He looks like Jason Segel for me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It reminded me of him.
You're like, he looks like he could have an air. But no, that movie is insane. Like, Jesus. And I think it has like 100%, right? On Rotten Tomatoes?
I don't know.
I feel like it would.
If like it was 12%. I doubt it. I'm pretty sure it's high up there. I don't know if it's 100, but because it's on a lot of people's like top 10, best films and shit.
I find it so hard to believe that I don't have it. Like I want it really bad. I'm gonna wait for it to have it though in Criterion for sure. I think
on the sale. Get them on the, that's why I got those on the sale when everything was like 50% off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I disclaimed that in my video. Like, look, homie, like I don't got Criterion because that shit's expensive.
I know.
Like I don't got $40 to drop on a movie, But that's definitely a movie that I would buy. But you also watched something else, which was Moon, right?
Yeah.
Or you didn't watch it? Did you watch it?
I watched that and Rosemary's Baby.
What did you think of those?
I think they sucked.
Shut up, John.
No, I loved both of them too. I mean, Sam Rockwell's is amazing. He has done nothing wrong in his career. And
he's so underrated.
He is. But I mean, I'm glad he won his Oscar and I'm glad he got nominated, so he got his due and stuff.
A lot of people don't even know who he is. You know what I mean? He's kind of like one of those actors that just kind of like slinks on by, but he's so good. Kind of like Ben Foster. We also were talking about him, that he's very underrated.
I saw that too. Leave No Trace. We saw that.
Yeah, we saw that. That was actually really good. The performances were amazing. That little girl.
I was pissed again. I was like, you know what? This movie didn't get no love either. I'm like, God damn it! Like, screw you, Oscar.
That little girl was
It's like a performance.
amazing. That
Yeah,
little girl was amazing. Yeah, and it was such a great story.
I
I
love
was
the
just like,
ending too. Yeah,
the ending was like, fuck. But yeah, Ben Foster did a killer job, and like I told you, I feel like he's insane in real life because a lot of his roles, he's very like intense, and I feel like that's what he is
yeah.
in real life.
I don't know though. I feel like to be like that in real life, you can't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, sorry, if you're intense in real life, then you play like other roles. I don't know. Like, I always felt
He
like,
seems like a super chill guy though, like super chill. Like I would love to like hang out with him and just like chill.
hmm
No, I'm being dead serious. I would. Because like I said, I remember the first time he popped into my radar was with Alpha Dog. And I was like, damn, okay, is anyone catching this? Like this guy's fucking good. Like I was
yeah,
just like, this guy's got talent. Because I mean that movie was like actually, you know what? I really enjoy that movie. As much this is gonna be crazy, but I actually really enjoy that movie. I don't know why.
it's a guilty pleasure. I mean, I enjoy it too. It was
Like
like a
it's
stack cast.
actually like
JT.
it's actually like really, and the fact that it's a true story like just blows
Oh,
my
I know.
mind.
Yeah,
But
Bruce Willis's
yeah.
hair. We don't see that very often.
Yeah, but with his performance I was just like, dang, this guy is good. And ever since then he's just been on my radar and I'm like, this guy's got talent for sure. He's good.
And
But anyways.
Audrey watched one of my favorite movies of all time. She rewatched it finally.
Oh yeah. Fine. Because John was holding out on me.
Oh,
Shit.
I did not know it was on that. Like I said, I was like, what? Like I even I was listening to our podcast and I even tell you like, oh, like we talk about it and like, yeah, it's not streaming anywhere.
I know. No, I know. I know. And that's why I'm like, when I saw it, I was like, this motherfucker.
Because I don't really go on Amazon. I was like, okay, cool, like I have it, but whatever. Like I'm trying to watch like my Blu-rays, you know, like I haven't been on in a minute.
Yeah. Well, you have Black Klansman on there too.
For real?
Yes.
Oh man. You see? It's yours now, Audrey.
Well, yeah. But anyway, so I rewatched it, and yeah, I get pissed watching that movie. You get pissed? I get so pissed. I get pissed at everyone. Like I just want to like, it makes me so mad.
I want to sock JT in the face.
Honestly, dude. Honestly, like
That's a
him
testament to how good he was too. Like even JT, like what the hell? Like
and Jesse Eisenberg plays such a tool. Like God, oh my God, he's such a tool. And is the real Mark Zuckerberg like that? He is, right? He must be because I
he
mean,
claimed that the movie over exaggerated some things, but it's like, come on, like if that happened, you're gonna say that too because you're gonna look like an asshole, you know, like to everybody. So it's like the hell.
but even in the beginning, like when he's talking to his girlfriend, where it all starts, the way he would talk to her, like it was just I was like, God, he's such an asshole, you
Yeah,
know.
he's pretentious.
And it sucks because I've met people like that, and I just look at them like you're so fucking pretentious, dude. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, just get out of my face. I don't even want to talk to you. But
Go fall
what
off a
she's
cliff or something.
yeah, but I mean, and then the fact that he wore flip flops bugged the shit out of me. I never noticed that before. And,
Yeah.
and this time around, I'm like, he's one of those people that just believe like that they don't have to care about their appearance because like fuck it, like they're so smart, they're too good for that. And I'm just like, oh my God, so many things. I was just going through a lot, but honestly, Andrew Garfield did get robbed. I mean, I think he should have at least been nominated. Like we discussed, I feel like Christian Bale did deserve that Oscar as well, but I think he should have at least been nominated.
I'm telling you, like he wasn't even nominated. Like that's bizarre. And
Did
like that
Jesse get
movie,
nominated?
I now that I'm thinking about it, I think he did, but obviously he didn't win because I
Who won
remember
that year?
watching a round table and like he was there, so like I'm pretty sure like he got nominated.
Yeah, I'm just like, damn, like Jesus Christ, like he got fucking robbed. But I mean, it is what it is, you know. I wonder how he feels about it.
And Army Hammer, there's two of them.
I know. To the
It's
left.
hard to believe. Like when I watched it, because I recently rewatched it too. I was like, damn, like I can't believe there's only one of him. Like this movie makes it seem like there's two of them. Like Jesus,
Hmm. They did a really good job, for
a
real.
double dose of Army Hammer.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Army Hammer. But honestly, it's a good movie. It is. Like, I understand why you're so obsessed with it, but I think you're obsessed with it for other reasons, which we won't disclaim. But I feel like there's other reasons why you're obsessed with that movie.
There's a lot of reasons, to be honest. Like I've told you some, and like others, like I haven't told you. But I mean, it's kind of like I don't know, because we all see movies a different way. So that movie, like I see it a certain way, and it
Yeah,
makes sense to me that way. So
yeah, for sure. No, I get that, and I think that's what's cool about the whole movie experience. Oh, sorry,
okay,
no,
and
I'm yawning.
real talk. I mean, real quick, Rosemary's Baby. You got to. I don't care if I'm gonna spoil it. It's been out, guys. Ugh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
you've been living
Anyway,
under
so
you've
at
been
the
living
end,
under a rock.
like, so she just like agrees to everything to be there, like the little beast's fucking mom or something. I thought she was like okay, well, let me just blend in and like just kill this little fucker or something. This
I
little
fucking love that
demon.
part. I love that part where she's like, "What have you done to its eyes?"
I
That's a
know,
great
but
part.
it has its father's eyes. I'm like, oh fuck. And then it's so funny because I know that they did this from Rosemary's Baby, but like I see it, I saw it now, and this is the end when fucking Jonah Hill gets
Oh
fucking
yeah,
raped. It's literally like a ripoff. Well,
yeah,
they do it like scene by scene. It's intentional, so that was pretty cool.
yeah.
Um,
Honestly, it is a straight up
M-
ripoff.
Mia Farrow, how do you say her name?
Yeah, Mia Farrow.
She was fucking fantastic.
She's phenomenal in it. I think it's like,
And
yeah.
and in that little song, she and it only comes out at the end, but like when you put in the Blu-ray, like that's what you hear in like different shots or whatever, but you just hear that. And I remember I put it on and like I was doing something on my phone and I
You
just kept
freaked
hearing
out.
that like la 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 la. I was like, you know what? Like I'm uncomfortable. This song's making me like feel some type of way, but yeah.
It's yeah. I think it's such a good movie.
And it makes me
Such a
think that
classic.
everybody in my life is a fucking witch or something. Like,
Like
Jesus.
everyone's in a cult.
Yeah, like, hey, Audrey, don't give me that look. Like, I'm just getting fed some freaking, weird water and stuff, and like,
Oh, shut up. No. But honestly, yeah, it is a great movie, and the performances from everyone are just solid
John
performances.
Cassavetes. I didn't know who that was, but I just know like he's like, a lot of people talking about him. Like, okay, I mean, they have like a
Oh yeah,
criterion of him and shit, like Cassavetes. Like, so I'm
he's
assuming he
big.
directed some stuff too.
Yeah, he's big. He's a big name. He's a big name guy. But yeah, he did an amazing job. Like I said, it makes me want to watch it again. Damn. But I'm glad you finally watched it
Yes.
and you knocked it out of the park, so to
But
speak.
I just got back from seeing Cold War. That should be on Amazon anytime soon. But
You're gonna
that one's
review
pretty
it?
cool too.
Are you
No,
gonna
I
review it?
don't think so. I mean, I probably should, but it came out like at the end of last year. Like I said on my post, like I've been wanting to watch that since AFI. I was supposed to watch it there, but I didn't. So it came out a while ago. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Should I?
I think you should, because it's a very. I mean, yeah, it came out. It had. I mean, it already came out. It's been a. It's been a while since it came out. Jeez.
Yeah. Are you okay, Audrey?
I think it's finally getting to me. Anyways, what did I say? Oh yeah. So I know it's been a while, but it's honestly one of those movies that a lot of people are raving about. So I think there should be a review on the internet for them to turn to, because a lot of people are raving about it, saying
Well,
it's like
maybe you
the
should watch
best. I do,
it.
but how am I gonna watch it?
Yeah, you're right. I probably
Once
should.
it comes out on Amazon, I am for sure going to watch it because I've heard nothing but good things about it. But speaking of So I saw that you have another poll going on, and it's like tied, huh?
Oh, it's over.
Oh, who
It
won?
ended in a draw. So I'm probably gonna
No.
have to do another double feature: Spaceballs and what was the other one? Jesus, I don't even know my own poll.
Dr. Strangelove.
Doctor Strangelove. There you go.
Oh, that makes me so happy because I remember when you first sent me that, I was pissed, huh? I was so pissed that
You're like, oh, well, I don't want to say what you said, but you're like, yeah, you're mad, and I was like, hey, I look like that emoji, like.
like you're just like
I was like, hey, it's not me. I'm not doing anything. So I just
I
give you a
literally
little reason.
I literally wanted to like write a message, but I'm like, fuck, I can't because it's John's fucking hole. I want to write a message like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, no love for Mel Brooks. How dare you? I'm ashamed.
And little did you know that I was gonna end up tying.
Yeah, I honestly thought that Dr. Strangelove was gonna win and Juno. Well, actually, you know what? I don't know because a lot of people don't know about Doctor Strangelove. Like, I think it's probably one of the least known movies because sometimes I tell people and they're just like, "What?" A lot of people don't know about it, but
Is that Stanley Kubrick?
mhm.
Okay. For some reason, I was getting that in Hitchcock. I was like, was that Hitchcock or Kubrick? I was like, nah, doesn't seem
No,
like
and
Hitchcock film.
no, yeah, and like I said, like I honestly was really, really surprised that people
Guess
actually.
which one I actually wanted to watch though out of those four? Like I want to watch all of them, but I was like, you know what? There's one specific one I've been wanting to watch for a long time.
I honestly can't believe you've never seen Juno. Is that the one?
I've seen parts of it, but like I don't count that as like I've seen it. Oh, but no, I wanted to. I've been wanting to watch North by Northwest.
Oh, and
I
that's the
wanted to
one that got
continue my
least.
Hitchcock run. I
That's the
know.
one that got least
Well, I
love.
think actually that tied with freaking Juno. Hold on,
Yeah, let's
all
check.
these ties. Because last year
Twitter
I watched Vertigo for the first time.
Twitter
So
break, insert music. I'm just kidding.
on Twitter. Hold
I'm
on.
just kidding. I'm trying to
Yeah,
look at your poll.
Doctor Strangelove and Spaceballs both got 32%
That's
out
it.
of 38
Wow.
votes. In Juno,
That,
North by Northwest.
that's insane. Oh my god.
So
Damn, I should have been.
how did that, what, do the math, Audrey.
You do the math. I suck at math.
I suck at math. I didn't graduate.
I told you that line doesn't work for me.
I know. Fuck. Well, I didn't, did you go to college?
Yeah, but I mean, I never took math classes. I tried to avoid them like the plague.
Huh. I don't remember
Yeah.
you going to college.
What are you talking about?
Did I
Yeah.
meet you? Were we friends when you worked at Disney? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
huh?
Dude,
Mm.
we've been friends. We've been friends. Let me put things into perspective. We've been friends since 2012, right? I moved to California in 2011. So for most of my California life, you knew me. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You knew me through all my jobs, Barnes and Nobles, Pyology. Remember when I was working at Pyology?
Yeah, I always wanted to
Pyology.
visit you at Barnes and Noble so you could hook it up.
Yeah, I remember you would always be like, "Hey, how much is this book?" And then I'd be like, "Come through,
I
homie."
know I was trying to be fake and like I probably wouldn't have read it and stuff. Like, hey,
Yeah, like some guy today was like, "Oh, I like to read. What do you like to read?" And then I told him, and then I was like, "What do you like to read?" And he's like, couldn't give him
Harry
nothing.
Potter.
I was like, "Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Sports Illustrated doesn't count." I'm just kidding. That's bad. I
Oh,
shouldn't judge people
speaking
like
of
that.
books, have you seen the poster for Telling Stories in the Dark?
No, did it come out?
Oh, Scary Stories in the what is it called?
Scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah, there you go. There's a poster for that resembles one of the books that I remember reading as a child and being terrified.
Was it
So
the thumb?
no, it was the Scarecrow guy.
Oh
I think it's called
man.
his, I don't know. He had a specific name, but anyways, yeah, I can't wait for that. But
Let
also,
me see if I can
Audrey,
find it.
there's also been some news for your favorite franchises, and that's the whole DC movies.
Uh huh. Oh,
mean,
come on now. Sorry, I just looked it up. You think it looks dope?
it took me back to when I was a kid and saw that image, and those books and those stories scared me because the imagery and stuff, like they
I
were
know,
gnarly.
but that's what I was gonna say. The old school, the artist from the actual books was dope. This one looks kind of cheesy. Like it looks kind of like it's this one, right?
Yeah,
It looks kind of like what's that movie? Jeepers
Jeepers
Creepers.
Creepers.
Yeah, and that movie is so cheesy.
No. Jeepers Creepers and Leatherface are the ones that actually creep me out and scare me.
You know what? Like no lie, Jeepers Creepers is one of my dad's favorite movies.
For real?
I don't
That's
know.
weird.
I don't know why he
That shit
loves
creeps
that
me out. I don't
movie.
even know what the hell that thing is.
He loves that movie. Every time it's on TV, he's watching it, and I'm just like, what's the obsession? I don't get it. But anyway, sorry. What were you saying about what were you talking about?
Damn, Audrey's falling asleep on me here.
No, it's because I was too focused. I was trying to figure out what it looked like. I was really curious. And the trailer's gonna air on Super Bowl. Oh
Well, I
shit!
don't want to talk about that anymore, actually. I'm just
Because
gonna get upset.
you're upset.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know.
Are you gonna watch it? This is
Wait,
complete off topic.
watch what?
The Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, I have to. My brother's a Rams fan, so um,
Dang,
the Rams
represent.
are. He actually
I'm
got
rooting
a
for the
Rams
Rams.
tattoo right here.
You're lying.
I swear to God, it came out pretty good, and he came out on the newspaper too.
Are you lying?
No, I swear, that's pretty
Oh my
cool.
god, I'm gonna get a Dallas Cowboy star on the back of my back, like a trap stamp. I'm just
On the
kidding.
back of your back, huh? Okay, it's
Leave,
time to Audrey.
leave me alone. It's already 3 in the morning.
She's over here talking about tramp stamps. Look, this is supposed to be a family-friendly show. Oh, strictly movies. Hey, what do
I
we watch?
I guaranteed this is gonna get the most views. Watch, because people are gonna be like, "What the fuck were they
I'm
talking
gonna
about?"
play this clip first.
No,
Wait,
wait.
what? Why are you talking about tramp stamps?
Can you put it on the header like midnight special? Or yeah.
Ooh, okay. Now we got to talk about some gnarly stuff, some real talk. Okay, Audrey.
Let me tell you my stalker story. I'm just kidding.
Oh man, that was gnarly. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna
You're
include. All right, guys,
crazy.
go to the Patreon for $5 a month. You guys can get all that exclusive.
You guys
you know,
can know. You guys can know who my stalker is. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
That's horrible.
And we're talking
Yeah.
about Do you remember what we were talking about?
No.
For real?
What were we talking about? You said okay. I looked up the poster, and then you said, "Okay, Audrey," and that's all I
No,
remember
like
you said.
when we first like started Google Plus or whatever this is.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember what we were talking about?
Oh, the bush. Yeah, the burning bush. Yes.
I didn't want you to say it.
It's okay. They're not gonna get it anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, we talk about pretty like some out there kind of stuff. So if you guys want that, join our Patreon that's not even up yet. But anyways, Audrey.
Honestly, for the most part, though, we're very unfiltered. But yes, sorry.
I know.
That's what makes us the real talk.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's right. We're the real talk. We don't hold back.
Yeah.
We say what's on our mind.
Yeah, for sure. What were you gonna ask me?
What are you most excited for this month, movie wise?
For sure, The Prodigy, because I saw the trailer and that shit looks scary. Anything that involves little kids, I'm just like down.
So, are you gonna do a review for that, or
We discussed this already. Why are you acting like you don't know?
Hey, expect a review from Audrey for The
Yes.
Prodigy.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. So yeah, I will be reviewing The Prodigy. It comes out on the 8th, right? So I don't know, depending on when I work or when I don't work, then I will watch it.
Yeah, you'll probably watch it at work.
Yeah.
catch some
Probably.
glimpses. Do you think that's gonna be an issue? Like let's
That's what I was
say
thinking.
when Avengers comes out or something.
That's what I was thinking, dude. I was like, dang, like I'm gonna be pissed if they assign me at work before I can actually watch it. Because
Damn,
that
dude.
that that happened today for the Green Book. Because I still haven't seen. Ow, I still
Oh,
haven't
I
seen the
love
Green
Green
Book.
Book. Green Book was so good.
Well, I still haven't seen it, and today I had to work that theater, so I could hear like little bits and pieces, and I was like wanting to know what's happening. I was like,
Dude, Viggo Mortensen is so good in that. Even Mahershala Ali.
I
They're both so
bet. I
good.
mean, Mahershala Ali is so talented, and so is the other actor, and I'm just like, damn. But my parents went to go see it, and they really enjoyed it, and they told me that it was really good. So I still want to watch it.
It's
I
a very
definitely.
feel-good movie for the times that we're living in now.
And you see, I thought it was gonna be kind of sad. Is it sad?
Yeah, but overall, it's like a feel-good movie. Like there is some, it's dealing with like racism and stuff like that, and like you get bummed out when you see certain stuff. But like overall, it just makes you feel good, you know.
So it's like a story of redemption,
I
I
wouldn't say
guess.
redemption. It's just about like these guys coming like their arc and their story where they start off, and they what they learn from each other,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like it inspires you, like, okay, maybe, if we're a certain way, we should be like these guys, who don't let their differences get in between them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that's what it all boils down to. Which actually, this is random as fuck, but I just kind of quickly want to touch upon it. I don't know if you saw my Insta story, but I actually watched this documentary on Netflix called Healed, and it was
Oh
so
yeah,
good.
you said you recommended it, and I was like, what is this? I want to talk to Audrey about it.
It's so good. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I honestly, it was one of those things that I didn't even know was coming out because I follow one of the guys that was included in the making of it, one of the head like doctors and stuff. And I saw that he posted on his Instagram, and I was like, "What the hell?" So I checked it out, and it's honestly so good.
What is it about?
It's just basically about how the body is able to, how we're able to manifest um, healing powers within ourselves, like how the body is just made for that. And a lot of people don't tap into that because we rely on medicine and you know what I mean? Like you go to the doctor and the first thing that they do is shove like antibiotics in you and all these pills. And sometimes that just makes it worse. Like how they focus on like how pharmaceutical drugs, it's honestly just killing people more because like you take something and then it just says all the side effects. Like you could have
Yeah.
this or this and this and this and this. And it's just like showing how our bodies are really amazing and it makes you appreciate your body. And it's like, damn, that's true. Because I don't know about you, but I've experienced it many times where I'm just like in amazement at how my body is able to recover um, by me just changing my mindset. So, like, let's say I feel really sick, and if I just, it's kind of like the placebo effect, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was
Let's
gonna
say,
tell you. It sounds like that.
yeah, like let's say I feel really sick, and I'm just like, you know what? Like, I don't feel sick. I feel good. I'm just thinking of wellness and health. And I mean, it works. It really does work. It makes a difference. I mean, I'm not saying that 100% it'll cure you all the time, but it definitely does help. And it just goes into that and like a lot of different stuff. And it gives like, you know, stories of people that have had cancer or they have diabetes and they control it just being through holistic health and not through medication. So I think that's pretty cool. And I believe in all that. So for me it was just really enjoyable to watch because I know there's a lot of skeptics, you know, a lot of people are like, "Oh no, it's just like hippy dippy shit," you know? But
But
I
I
honestly
think
believe it.
I'm with you because like sometimes at work I'm like, man, like I don't want to be here. I'm gonna just say I'm sick and go home. So like I would be like planning it. Okay, well I'm gonna do it this time. I'm gonna say this. Like I'm thinking about it. Like, oh yeah, hey boss, whatever. I'm sick. But then like before that, I honestly like start feeling sick.
Yeah,
I start
it's
feeling like,
true.
oh shit, like I'm dizzy. Like I want to like my stomach. Like what the hell? Like no, I'm not sick. What the hell? Like I just want to go
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
So
No,
it
yeah.
works that way too, and it's like, what the hell? So
Well,
um
that's what they were saying, and they were saying that sometimes a lot of it has to do with shit that you would not even think about. And it's just amazing because, like I said, it's 100% true. The mind literally controls everything. Everything's in your mind. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
if you can understand and control it and know how it works and all that, it's like you can do a lot of stuff. And the reason that, like I said, I try everything holistically first. I don't like taking medication at all. So yeah, so it was really cool. I highly recommend it. Like I said, to anyone that's interested in that, and even if you're a skeptic, like I think it would do you good to sort of get that perspective in your mind. Because for me, it honestly makes sense because I feel like our bodies were made for that. You know, that's why we have immune systems to fight against when
Yeah.
we get sick and stuff like that.
Like
Like
back
our
then, we didn't
bodies are
have
made
all
of.
the pharmacy shit.
Right, exactly. And that's what they said that people back in the day, like our ancestors, would rely on medicinal herbs that they would get from the earth, you know? And what was I had a point. Oh yeah, because you said that it was about Green Book. I wanted to tie it into that because you were saying like how we interact with each other and how we treat each other. And it's true, like that's what they said too. Like we're all connected, like we're all the same energy. So I feel like that's why, because they were saying like sometimes when people say like, oh, I'm gonna pray for you, like people just say that like, oh yeah, like I hope you get better, I'm gonna pray for you. But in reality they're like, yeah, like it can work because we're all very much connected, you know. It's all
Yeah.
about energy. It's honestly everything is just energy. That's what it boils down to. So
Audrey's gonna try to
yeah.
convert you guys. Not
I hope I'm doing a good job. No, I'm just kidding. Half of the time when I talk to people, they think I'm crazy because they're just like, oh, that's just like hippy dippy new age bullshit. And for me, it honestly makes sense in my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Honestly, everything else, like medicine and just shoving medication in your mouth, that doesn't make sense to me. For me, it makes sense to going back to the source, our bodies, what's it made of, what our bodies are made of, and all of that. What's the planet? What makes everything work? So that's what makes sense to me. And yeah, so I really enjoy it. You should definitely check it out, like I said, for everyone. It's on Netflix. Check it out.
Now I feel like with my recommendation of fucking Velvet Buzzsaw, like yeah, I don't yeah, don't watch that and watch Audrey's recommendation.
No, well, I mean, come on. I mean, I think the movie that you told me, obviously, that's entertainment. It's gonna make me feel good. It's gonna entertain me, so that's good. Healed is just more to feed your spiritual self, I guess. It's completely the same though. But I do want to watch the one that you're talking about, since you said that it's like a horror movie. Who's in it again? You said?
Jake Gyllenhaal, Tony Collette, Rene Russo, John Malkovich, one of the girls from Stranger Things.
So it has a pretty good cast.
Yeah,
I
the guy who
definitely
came
need
out
to
in
check it out.
Blind Spotting. Yeah, I haven't seen the movie, but I know that that guy was in there. So yeah, if anything, just watch it for Jake. I mean, you see a lot of him.
I
That's all I'll
love
say.
Jake. I love Jake. I love him so much. I loved him ever since I saw him in October Sky. Did you ever watch that
Yeah, a long time ago though.
in school, huh?
I don't know. I think I probably saw it in theaters or something.
I remember I was so uncool because they showed that movie to us in school, probably when I was like in fifth grade. And all the kids were like, man, this shit's boring. Turn it off. I don't like it. It's so boring. I don't watch it. I was so into it. I even told my mom, I was like, can I go buy this movie? And I remember she took me to Walmart to go buy the VHS because I loved it that much. It was such a good movie. I like it a lot. And that's when my first introduction to Jake Gyllenhaal, and I was like, ah, Jake.
All right, so for the kids watching, which based on our analytics, there's no kids watching. But anyways, for the younger viewers, whatever. Audrey, explain how lit it was when in the classroom they would fucking roll in the TV with the VCR. Everybody was hyped. We're like, hell yeah, shit's about to go down. Like it's a rainy day or whatever. Like I remember getting hyped. Like, hell yes, we're not doing any work. We're just gonna watch a movie or something.
That shit was dope. Did they show you guys good movies though? What kind of movies did they show you?
Oh man.
Do you remember? For me,
I'm
it was
just
like
a bill. Something about a bill on Capitol
what?
Hill. You never saw that? Those cartoons that explain like politics or whatever. I don't
Was it
know.
the School of Rock? You mean the School of No, not the School of Rock.
School of no
Was it School of Rock?
no School of something.
Damn, I can't remember. But yeah,
It's
I think I know
literally
what you're
like
talking about.
little. He's like a little animated character, and he's like a bill. He's talking about, hey, like. And then we watched a lot of like Peanuts and just like animated movies and Holes, Harry
Yeah.
Potter, just movies like that, based
For
on books.
me, for me, it was Indian in the Cupboard. They showed us that movie, and then they showed us which one did they show us that I was like, what the fuck? Oh, it's actually one that to this day I'm still looking for it, and I cannot find this movie anywhere. I don't know what it's
The
called.
Page Master.
I've tried doing searches for it every which way that I can think of. I've done so much research on it, and I cannot find this movie. But it was a movie based on a book about a little girl that had a dollhouse, and apparently that dollhouse belonged to the mom. And
Hereditary.
actually, now that I think about it, yeah. No, but that shit was creepy, dude, because
It
it
sounds
was
like something like Twilight Zone, the Twilight Zone.
no, dude, it was fucking creepy because the house was trying to tell the little girl that she was in trouble, so it would act out the murders that were gonna happen at night. So picture a fucking doll like coming to life, a miniature doll coming to life and like killing someone. And then like the little girl would be like, oh my god, what the fuck's going on? And then the doll would cry. One of the dolls, the grandma, I think, would cry. And I remember the sound of her
That
crying
definitely
was
sounds like
terrifying.
some freaking the Twilight Zone stuff.
Dude, it was fucking weird. And I want to watch it again. I want to see if it's as creepy as I remember it. Because, sometimes that happens when you're a little kid, you're like terrified. But now I'd probably be like, what the fuck? This is boring. I don't know what it's
I'm gonna
called
try
though.
to.
Yeah, it was like the dolls would come alive at night and it would like, they would act out what was going to happen in the family. Like, I believe, like, I think it was the gardener that was trying to kill the grandma or the mom.
The
And
Dolls of Murder?
Is that what it's called?
Oh, I think I found it, Audrey.
You're such a liar.
Betty
No way.
Wren Wright, The Dollhouse Murders. Look. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes, it was a book. Is that the book?
I think. Yeah, this is a book.
But they made a movie off of it.
Hold on. The Dollhouse Murders. The Dolls Don't Forget.
This is the kind of shit that I would read when I was in third grade, y'all. Like, now y'all know why I'm so fucking twisted. That's what I would listen. That's what I would read.
Hold on.
I would read, like, I would always go for R.L. Einstein, Goosebumps. That was my shit when I was a little kid. That's why the kids were just like, you're fucking weird. Yeah, look, it came out in 91. I wonder if it's available to, like, stream somewhere. It came out in 92.
Yeah, 92.
Dude. What the
How did you not know how to find it? I found it like
dude, what did you type in? I honestly typed in everything. I put dolls murdering dolls. I put haunted dollhouse. I put dollhouse.
doll predicting murders movie.
Dude, look. They have it in VHS. Oh my god.
Buy it, Audrey. You need it. No.
Oh,
yeah.
You see? And there's even a teacher. She says, I teach middle school, and every year we read the book and then we watch the movie. It's on fucking YouTube. Oh, fuck yeah. Now I know what I'm going to watch. This is so
There
fucking
was
weird.
one like that I was trying to find for the longest. I'll tell you the name. I still have it on my Safari like page.
That's fucking. Oh my
Magic
god.
Island. That's the one I wanted to find for so long. Magic Island. I don't know if you ever seen it. Like this
No.
guy this it's about a kid that literally gets like sucked into like a book. And like it's like a pirate adventure and he encounters like a mermaid and like there's this like lizard thing likes pizzas. Like there's a tree with pizzas on it. I don't know.
What the fuck? Dude, we're so fucking weird. Our viewers are probably like, what is going on?
And then Smart
But
House, do you remember that?
yeah.
With freaking the girl Katie Siegel
Dude, I'm like straight. That's crazy. But
and the Page Master.
doesn't that sound like a creepy movie though?
No, yeah, and I just saw I don't know why I was just well because this is the Twilight Zone, so I was looking at the Twilight Zone episodes and I was like, what the heck? Jessica Simpson was in there, so the one that she was in was like that, where she was a babysitter, but like the little girl has like these dolls in a case, right? And like she's really protective of them, and like it's on YouTube. I think you should watch it.
Wait, wait,
She's
wait.
not great in it, but
You said
yeah,
Jessica Simpson's in the Twilight Zone? What?
yeah.
Which Twilight Zone? The
And
remake?
the newest remake, yeah.
Oh,
It was
because
like in
I was
2002,
like,
2003. She was
I
not
was
great in it at all, but it's creepy. Like obviously, you still have like the Twilight Zone vibe, but
I was watching the Twilight Zone the other night, and I rewatched the episode that scarred me for life because I remember my aunt, she would always play it, and there was an episode where the mannequins come to life at night too, and like,
oh, I think I remember that one.
yeah, and oh my god, every time I remember when I was little, when they would be like, Marsha, Marsha, you remember Marsha? Oh my god, the hairs on the back of my neck would stand up.
They have some creepy ass episodes. Yeah, like when I would watch them as a kid, I'm like, fuck this. Like I gotta have the light on.
My aunt, she was into all that crazy ass shit, so she would always watch it, and I would watch it with her, and I would be terrified, but I would be like this, like I wouldn't want to miss anything, but I'd be like scared, but I
Yeah.
would just be like, what's gonna happen? I know that's crazy, but dang, dude, thanks. Now you helped me out because now I know what it's called, so now I can go.
I know how to look for stuff.
Shit, dude, you're a fucking
That's all I'll
detective.
say. I'm telling you,
I
I have an
know,
inner Batman in me.
and you're all making fun of my stalker. You're the exact same way.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if he ever gives you a problem, like, don't trip. Like, just let me know. I probably know his name by tomorrow and shit. Like, I got it, Audrey.
Are you really that good at hacking people?
Mm, I can't say that on video.
Oh,
There will
okay.
be
So
evidence.
we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. But anyways, so yeah, I think our viewers are probably super like lost at this point. They're probably gonna be like, what are they talking about?
These guys need some sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. It's gonna be 4. Holy crap.
Audrey, you're not gonna wake up tomorrow, but um, yeah. I mean, this was fun though.
It
I
was. It
had
was like
fun. I'm kind of glad we did it right now.
it's kind of like a change of pace because I feel like in the morning we're like kind of still half asleep, so it's kind of hard to get that energy. But right now, since I drank coffee and I was working, I was just like super energetic. So it was different change of pace for us. So yeah, it was fun. I had fun. We talked about a bunch
Yeah,
of different things. Was there
we
anything else
talked
that we
about
needed
a
to
lot of
cover?
What'd you say?
I said, is there anything else that we wanted to cover? Because I feel like we had a lot.
No, not really. I mean, just those are the only movies I watch. I'm pretty sure I went over like all the other ones in the other, you know, podcast or whatever. Um, but yeah, I watched 31 movies last month.
That's
So it's like
amazing.
it's like
Good
I
job.
watched 31 like a movie a day, but like there was like 2 days, like there was some days in between where I didn't watch anything, but that's cool. Hopefully I can keep that up.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's like worthy of like a round of applause.
And so far this month I saw a movie yesterday, uh Velvet Buzzsaw, and then today Cold War. So Gonna try to watch
And
something tomorrow.
yeah, for sure. Something else that I recommend. I'm just kidding. Oh no, you have to watch one or the other.
Yankee
But
Doodle Dandy.
oh yeah, you have to watch that. That's true. I forgot. Do it.
But yeah, guys, like we said in the beginning, there's a lot of stuff coming out your way, and also Audrey. And I mean, we have 812
I
subs now.
know. I am so excited. That's
We're almost. I'm
crazy.
scared because I said, hey, once we hit 900 subs, I'm gonna do that one video, and I was like, damn, like fuck, like now, like if we do hit that, I was like, where am I gonna fit that in the schedule? But I mean, that's a good thing. That's a good problem to have. So I think our effort has been showing, some
Yeah.
improvements. So definitely
Honestly,
expect a lot of stuff in February, guys.
it's hard to believe that we're at 800. I remember when we first started the channel and it seemed like 100 was a lot.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I know. Even when I remember when I hit 50, I made a big deal, and then
I
we
was
hit
like,
100, and then 250, and I was just oh shit.
yeah, like
So
it's just it's growing. So obviously we're doing something right, and it actually kind of because I know I've mentioned to you that I've been dabbling with the idea of starting my own channel, just unrelated to this, but someone made a good point because honestly, for me, I don't want to do it to become some famous YouTuber. Like that's honestly not even like my in my head. The reason why I
yeah,
want to do it is because I've noticed even with this channel, it's really cool because we're documenting certain aspects in our life without even knowing about it. Like I was looking back at some of our old videos and it's crazy to see like how far we've come. Like you know what I mean?
no, yeah,
And the evolution of the real talk, like it's so trippy. So honestly, for me, the reason that I would want to make a channel is just so I can have something to document my life, I guess. Like I think it's pretty cool and it's another creative outlet because I really love editing. I really love it. I realized that I that's what I enjoy doing. I love editing. So I think it'd be a good way to kind of play around with that too. So we'll see. I don't know. I just have to do it.
everybody comment down below, Audrey. You gotta just you gotta be the embodiment of Nike. You just do it.
Dude, you know what I was thinking? They're such a fucking genius. They're geniuses. Like that's honestly like the best tagline ever. Like just do it. Like
Just do it.
honestly. That's what
Just do
everyone
it.
says cuz you just have to do it. Yeah. Like honestly, like you can have I'm going to sound again like this fucking like new age wacko, but if you have an idea, the only way to manifest it is by doing it. Cuz a lot of people when The Secret came out, they were just sitting around all day like, oh, I want a car. So I'm just going to sit here and imagine a fucking car. And they thought that the car was going to pull up in their driveway. Like, no, that's not how
Yeah,
it works. Like, you put it out in the universe. Like, yeah, like, I want that car. But you have to work towards it. Like, okay, like, how am I going to get this car? And it might seem like there's no way that you're going to ever get that car. But the universe has a way of moving around things to getting you what you want? So,
yeah.
yeah. Like I said, I probably sound like a
You
crazy
gotta
person.
really, you gotta mean it. You gotta say, "Hey, I want it," and actually mean it. Because a lot of people do that, like, "Oh, I want this or this and this," but like they don't act upon it. You know what I'm saying? If you really wanted it, you'd be doing something about it.
Exactly. Yeah, it goes the same way for every goal that you have. And I think a lot of people get stuck there. Like they're like, I know what I want, but they're not willing to put in the work or they don't have a clear plan as to do it. So I think if you really want something, you have to set a plan how you're going to reach that goal, you know?
Yeah,
And do and a lot of people are like, "Oh, like that can't happen. Like I can never do this." And it's like, "No, no, no, like don't say that. Like, you just got to make a plan. Like nothing's impossible." So that's what I believe.
and it's
And that
not gonna be
honestly kicked my
easy.
butt.
It's not gonna be
Yeah.
easy. You're gonna fail,
Yeah.
and but you just gotta pick yourself up and keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we first started the channel, like I know, like it was hard sometimes. Like we'd put up a video, we'd work on it, and like
No
you have
one would.
nothing.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people get discouraged because of that. But it's like you just need to keep doing it, learn from your mistakes, and just it's kind of just like the first few subscribers, you're kind of learning still how to do that. It's always going to be
Yeah.
that with everything. But yeah, it's not like if it was easy, everybody would have everything they ever wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you just have to put it into action because what that really like kicked my ass into gear because I was complaining a lot, like saying like how much I want to go back to California and this and that. But then I thought about it and I was like, well, what am I really doing to get to California? Obviously, I can't just get there. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's when I decided I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put my ass in check, and if I have to kill myself working 12-hour shifts at this other job and work my other job on top of that, like so be it. But in the end, it's going to be worth it because I'm going to be where I want to be. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
sometimes you have to make certain sacrifices to get where you want to be, but it all pays off in the end if that's what you really want. And a lot of the times, I also feel like people don't want half of the shit that they say because if you really want something, you're gonna get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to really want it. A lot of people say, I want this and stuff, but it's like, yeah, you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, that's like the perfect example. Like there was a guy that I was talking to not too long ago, and he wanted to be a musician, but he wasn't willing to put in the work. He wasn't willing to be fucking playing at these little clubs, rehearsing all the time. He wasn't down to just like be lugging the equipment back and forth for playing for like 10 people. He wasn't willing to start from the bottom, and he just wanted like a quick, like I just want to become insta famous or insta good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it doesn't work that
That's
way.
how that's a lot of people want it. They just want it quick. And it's like, what the hell? Like, no, you got to put in the work.
Same thing with the gym. Like that happened to me all the time. Like I'm like, damn, I'm not seeing any results. But then you have to think about it and you're like, well, I've only been going for like a month. So that's when you're like, you're not gonna see results overnight, you know? So you
Yeah.
have to keep pushing yourself. Being consistent is key, and I say it all the time. Consistency. It's like your work, you're really good at it because you do it all the fucking time. Me with interpreting. I get good at it because I do it all the fucking time. So it's like the more you do something, the better you'll get at it.
Yep.
So that was my
Practice makes perfect.
motivational speech. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's the last 10 minutes of the Real Talk podcast. Just, hey, just do it.
Yeah, if you guys have a dream, go for it. This is me motivating you guys. I believe in you guys. You got it. If you guys want to start your own channel, do it. If you guys want to fucking take a class,
Yeah,
do
and
it.
don't talk shit and be like, oh yeah, you're fucking dumb. You don't know anything about movies. Like, well, I would like to see you try to do a review and not stutter and not do all this and don't do ums and stuff.
Honestly, people
So
are so critical, and that's just the world that we live in, which really is a bummer. Cause yeah, like I feel like we should be lifting each other up, but it just feels like we're constantly tearing each other down. And I'm like, what's the why? Like we're all trying to survive here, you know, and we're all
because
going to the same.
they see us like, being chill, doing our thing, and they're not doing anything. So it's like they have to bring us down, or they're gonna try to bring us down to their level.
Yeah, like honestly, like I'm like, come on, like don't be hating. Like it's just it is what it is. Like we're all at the end of the day, like that's why when people throw around the word hate or like, oh, I can't stand that person. I'm like, dude, like why? Like why waste your energy on that? Like honestly, why? We're all gonna have the same fate. We're all gonna be hit by the bus. So why are you gonna spend your fucking time obsessing over something or someone that honestly doesn't even give a shit about you? Like half of the time people don't even care. you know?
Just do you. Do what makes you happy.
Yeah, and surround with yourself with people that are gonna lift you up and support your goals and make you a better person, not with people that are
Yeah, and if you
shitty and
surround,
negative.
that's a good thing too. If you surround yourself with negative stuff, you're just gonna produce that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why, to be perfectly honest, before we started the Real Talk, I was honestly hanging out with some friends that would do the same shit. Like every time, yeah, it'd be cool. They were cool guys, but we'd always do the same shit. Just go to each other's house or whatever. And I was just like, man, like I stopped wanting to hang out with them because it's like I don't want to do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's like sometimes you got to separate yourself, just do your
Mm-hmm.
own thing, ride your own wave, and
Mm-hmm.
do what makes you happy. And then literally after a few months of that, that's when I was like, hey, let's do the Real Talk.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because you have to make time for the shit that really matters. Like, I mean, for example, like just at work, all these people, today's a Saturday night, like they were clocking out and they're like, hey, where are you headed to tonight? Where are you going tonight? What are you doing tonight? Their mind was just like, I want to get fucked up. After work, I just want to get fucked up, so I can wake up tomorrow hungover, miserable, and come back and do the same shit. And for me, that's just so like, ugh. I'm sorry. Like, I know there's a lot of people that live their life that way, but I just honestly have never seen that as something that you should waste your time at. Like, don't get me wrong. I like going out too, going to the bar every once in a while, having a drink. I'm not saying, but if that's all you have to look forward to, you have to kind of reevaluate what you're doing because you're not using your time to be productive. Like that guy, one of the guys was like, you don't go out. And I'm like, honestly, I'm like, I'd rather be spending my time doing something else. Like
Yeah.
I've done the
Something that
partying
actually
thing.
matters.
Yeah, like I've done the pole partying thing and I just would
Yeah,
always
it was
come
fun
back
in high
home.
school. You know,
But honestly, you never got to the point where you felt like this gets old. You know what I mean? Like we would go to the club, get drunk, and then you get home and you're just kind of like, okay, like that was cool, but like what now? You know? like, like it's just it gets kind of I don't know, it gets kind of old for me. That's why I'm good with just like having a drink. I'll go to the bar every once in a while and that's it. But I don't like every freaking weekend. Like I'm not like
there's
yeah, like
more
I want
to
to go
life
clubbing.
than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's all these different places you can go, different experiences you can have. Like, you can get drunk and stuff like that, but not, you don't need to go to anybody's house. You go to different bars.
Yeah.
Like, there's different ways to do it, and like, I don't know.
I'm just saying when it becomes like the only thing you have to look forward to, that's when it's a problem because it's like, come on now, like there's so much more to life. There's so much more to you. You have so much potential that you're not even cracking into because you're too busy getting fucked up every day. That's my problem with people that are just like, oh, I can't wait to get out of work so I can go to the bar. And it's like, okay, like, and then before you know it, you wake up and you're fucking 40 and you're just like, what the fuck did I do with my life? you
Yeah,
know?
I
So
was
you just need
reading
to be
like
careful.
I was reading something online, and this was like a while back, probably like 2 years ago or a year ago, and it's like I was reading about like people's biggest regrets, like on their deathbed, and
Hmm.
it's like fuck, I don't want to have any of those regrets. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, honestly, like, it's crazy. Like, when you think about it, like, it trips you out. But we all have the same fate. We all know where we're heading. So, what you have to make it about is taking advantage of every little moment that you have. Because if you think about it, we don't even know how much time we have. It's, it's a shitty thing, but it's true.
Tomorrow's not promised.
Right. So don't ever take time for granted. And that's big, that's I feel like that's what everyone's biggest problem because every time I talk to someone they're always like, "Oh, it's not the right time." Or I don't have time for that right now. And it's like, I mean, you don't really ever have time. you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
it's
there's
like,
never going to
well,
be a right time.
yeah, and it's like, okay, well, like, what do you do when you get home? Oh, I just like lay down and like watch Netflix or like be on Instagram. It's like, that's what I like about the Apple's new update, that it tells you like, fuck, like I spent 2 hours on
Mhm.
Instagram like in one day or something. Like, two
Yeah.
hours. Like, really? Just 2 hours on Instagram? Well, like, what can you possibly be doing on Instagram for 2 hours? So that's why, like, you got to cut all that stuff out. And like in those 2 hours, if you like art, or for me, if you like movies, I could have been, that was the movie right there.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
for
I mean,
sure.
that's what I kind of did in 2019. Like, hey, quit all that shit. The time that you're wasting on this, you can just be doing it like this. So
Become a creator, not a consumer.
damn, that was awesome.
No, it's
We're
true.
gonna
Like
no, you know what? We're gonna end it there. That was like the best line. We've already talked about everything, guys.
yeah, no,
Be a
it's true.
creator, not a consumer.
Yes, be a creator because yeah, it's easy to fall into that trap of just consuming everything. And you look at other artists or you look at other people and you're like, damn, I want that life. That can be you. You're just too busy looking at them living their life that you could be having, you know? And that's why I actually bought an alarm clock, like a physical alarm clock, like an actual old school, like, because
Or you can just put
I,
your phone across the room. You gotta get your ass
no,
up.
you see, like the fact that's a true, but I had to get an alarm clock because I do use an alarm. But that's one of the main reasons that I did that because I hated the fact that the first thing that I reach for in the morning is my phone. I hated that. I'm like, ugh. And then yeah, sure, you can say like, well, just turn off your alarm and then put it away. It's not that fucking simple. You see all these messages from people, you see all these notifications. Obviously, you're gonna be like, like what's going on, you know? And
Yeah.
I hate that. So I'm trying to get this new routine where I'm not gonna look at my phone for like at least the first hour of my day when I get my shit ready, which my whole morning routine that I have, and then I'll kind of because yeah, social media, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's done so many good things for us, but it's also so
It's a tool. To be honest,
yeah,
it's supposed to be a tool, and like if you go on there and like, hey, yeah, it's cool to see people's lives, and oh, this guy had a kid or whatever, but it's like there's only so much of that you can do. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah. It's like any good thing. Like you can't overdo it. It's just gonna be bad for you. Cause like I'm not saying I'm not one of those people that bashes social media either. Cause I know I've had a lot of opportunities because of social media, but and I've met some really cool people off of social media. You know,
me,
but yeah, no, I didn't meet you through social media. Fool. I met you the old-fashioned way.
I
Um,
know that's cool.
but yeah, so like I said, it's something that you have to just be careful with, and it's crazy, but little things that you can do to make yourself feel better, to help you reach any goal that you might have, because we all have goals, and it's good to have goals, and a lot of people that don't know what to do with their life, you just have to try shit out and see what sticks.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many things I've done in my life, and I'm like, the things that have stuck, I'm like, okay, these things have stuck throughout the years because I obviously really enjoy them, and I'm good at them. So like, movies has always been a constant thing in my life. So I know, yeah, movies are one of the things that I can say, yes, I undoubtedly love and I'm passionate about. So yeah, because there's a lot of people that say like, oh, I don't know what I want to do with my life, and it's like, well, you have to go fucking live,
Yeah, you gotta
you
try
know?
shit.
Yeah,
You gotta do
you
shit that
have
makes
to
you
find something.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. You have to push yourself out of your comfort zone, and I feel like a lot of people don't. And yeah, but I could keep going.
And
And
stop
this
living your
pod,
life for other people. Live it for yourself.
yes,
God damn it.
remember you guys. Yeah, you have to live your life for yourself because in the end, that's all that matters. Because you ain't gonna be with anybody in the grave, so it's just you
Yeah.
and whatever you leave behind is what's you're gonna that's your stamp on the planet. It's crazy to think that, but it's true. And that's honestly why I love art, because I feel like for me that's a little archival of what who I am as a person. So hopefully when I'm gone, my art will still be around and people can be like, oh yeah, this was some random chick, but hey, like at least still something tangible, you know?
Some random chick. This
Some
is a
random
little piece
chick.
of this girl's life and her feelings and thoughts
Yeah.
and
It's trippy. It's honestly trippy to think. I feel like I'm talking like a stoner right now, and I'm not even stoned.
Are you sure, Audrey? Your eyes are
No,
getting
I
kind of
swear.
low.
Well, because it's gonna be 4 in the morning in 10 minutes. Oh my god. This
All right,
podcast is
guys.
probably like 2 hours long, huh?
Tune in next week for the next episode of the Real Talk podcast. Obviously, you can tell me and Audrey can be doing this forever, but we both need some sleep, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to hear us for too long. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and if you take away anything from that, it's just you know,
Do you?
do it. Yeah.
Do you, baby?
But all right, guys, we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you at the movies. Peace. I had to say bye, Audrey.
I didn't even bother saying
Come on. They're waiting, Audrey.
bye, you guys. I'm sorry I didn't. Bye.